International performing artist superstar Neil Diamond started off life as Neil Cole. But you know, the pressure gets to all of us sooner or later.
Welcome to Across the Table, the podcast of Hannibal the Magician.
Be thankful for the earth under your feet. Be thankful for the air in your lungs. Be thankful for the body you reside in. Good morning. It has been an interesting little bit of time. I would apologize that this is posting a little bit late, but that wouldn't be true because I have come to the conclusion that I've worked very hard doing what I do and making a life worthy of art, not to be restricted by schedules that I put on myself. Yeah, there's showtime, and there's the time when I am scheduled to be on a stage. But outside of that, outside of the career that I have built and the show that I have built, the extra things, the podcasts and the video things and the writing and everything, I still love to do it, but I'm still going to love to do it in my own time and in my own space. I do it for me and I do it for you, and yeah, I know the ways to monetize it and to make it profitable and to make it capitalistic, but I don't think I was given this gift simply to make money. Yeah, I make a living. Yes, I'm comfortable. I don't live an extravagant life, but I do live a nice and comfortable one with a beautiful view, and that's enough. Man, that's enough. While I'm on this roll, let's just no awards. This is so funny. This is so amazing. I left Hollywood. I left Los Angeles. I put the Magic Castle in the rearview mirror. I did 10 great years there, and I had a blast every time that I worked there. I loved the stages, and I loved the opportunity to be creative, and I loved the people that I got to perform for. But man, the politics and the aspects of the attitudes of certain people, not everyone, but certain people who made it uncomfortable, made it not fun. So I think I did what I set out to accomplish when I came to the Magic Castle, and now I'm looking back and going, yeah, thanks for that time, but it's time to move on. But the funny thing is, I'm getting a minimum of 2 or 3 emails or direct messages or something from members of the Magic Castle telling me that they're glad I'm gone, telling me that I'd best not think about coming back, about how much better the castle is without me there. That's just nuts. I mean, I'm gone. Why flag me down to let me know that you're glad I'm gone? Why not just, let me go. Get on with it. Get on with the things you're doing there. Do your own thing. Make your own art. Make it whatever you wanted it to be. I don't get the mindset of, well, I'm going to write him a letter and tell him not to come back. Okay, got it. Got the letter. Got the email. It's all cool. We are cool. We understand each other. Oh, man. Oh, so interesting. Couple of things, and I feel like this is going to be a short podcast, but, there you go. I hope you enjoy what I put forth. I hope that it pleases you in some way, or better yet, inspires you in some way. A couple of things. We had a session this week where there was a young couple who came in, and there are certain aspects of getting into my room because the audience is so small and the show is so intimate. We don't allow anyone to come in who is intoxicated. It is within the contract that you sign when you come in that you should not be coming in if you've had a recent bereavement, because the show is very emotional. And if you have recently lost someone, it can very quickly become overwhelming in that case. So we urge people and ask people that if you have recently lost someone and you are still hurting in that way, this might not be the healthiest mental road to take, because that's the show that I've built. It's very, very emotional. I try for it to be uplifting, but it could be very, very easy for someone who is still feeling the sting of loss to fixate on that. And the last thing I want to do is hurt anyone with the art that I'm putting forward. So a young couple came in, and they got past the safeguards. They got past the hostess who let them in. They didn't exhibit any signs of being terribly intoxicated. But once the program got started, it was very clear that both of them were. They were leaning on each other to the point of almost falling asleep, and not due to a lack of excitement in the show, because everybody else was really in it, and also really noticing this couple that could barely sit up straight. And at one point, the young lady claimed that she was the reincarnation of one of the photographs in the room. And it was interesting. And I put forward, I'm just, can you tell me the circumstances of your death? Because I knew the history of the person in the photograph, and she made up this beautiful story, but it was completely off track. It was completely wrong as far as the history goes. But I let her have that, and I was debating about maybe I should ask them to leave, because clearly they were not getting anything out of it, and they were dangerously close to disrupting other people. But I gave them another chance or so. And it just got worse. It just got to the point of, I'm sorry, you're clearly not enjoying the program that I'm putting forward, and maybe I'm going to go ahead, and you are starting to disturb other people, so I'm going to go ahead and open the door for you and let you out and ask you to leave. Thank you for coming, and have a good rest of your evening. And as soon as they got outside the, dude, the gentleman, the dude who was there, was like, no, I'm having a great time. This is one of the best I've ever seen. This is very moving. I'm really enjoying it. But as soon as they got outside the doors, they started running me down and Chris Angel gives a great show, but that's not a good magic show. And I'm going, oh, it's not a magic show. I'm not doing the magic show right now. I'm doing the seance program. And took it down to the bar, to the hotel bar, and were bad-mouthing me at the bar. And some of the employees of the hotel were very upset about that and cut them off and sent them away. But someone that I consider a friend, someone who happened to be there, and I'm not going to... Yeah, anyway, I doubt they'll hear this, and this is just me getting my stuff off my own chest. Came into the bar after that and heard them bad-mouthing me, and sat down with them to listen, ostensibly listen to what they were saying, but then started entertaining them with card tricks. And I just felt like that was kind of a slap in my face. I heard about this later, found out about it later. So... I have cleaned house on that, and the distraction is gone, and we continue with the program. And there is a part of the program where I reveal it's not exactly a prediction, it's more along the lines of, here are some letters that have been thrown together, and what can we make them spell? And what the spelling that came out to be was, love is green. Because, those of you who know me, green is my favorite color. Green is the color of life. Green is the color of magic in nature. It is the healthy, beautiful part of nature. And being in a place where I can see the green parts of the world is very, very important to me. So the message that came out during the seance show, in that particular show, was, love is green. And a different couple, an older couple, a little bit younger than me, but definitely older than the first people, broke down, got very sad. Very, very sad. The lady had lost her grown-up son a month earlier, and he was a very natural person. He was apparently a person very in touch with nature, very adamant about certain things, and he asked to be buried in a green place, to where he could rest among green things, trees and grass and beauty. And because of my own passion that came forward in the program, it touched them very deeply. And so they broke down a little bit, and they told me that whole story about the guy and who he was and how precious he was. And, the session ended on a very good note, a very positive note. They couldn't stop hugging me. They couldn't stop going on and on about how I had lifted them and how my story had reached them right where they needed to be. And I know the rule is there to protect people, recent bereavement. But at the same time, I felt that we had been brought together for a reason, that they needed to hear what I was going to say and what I had been prepping for, and the gut instinct and things that I pay very close attention to, and I'm preparing a program, paid off in a very good emotional purging sort of a sense. And so, again, I'm grateful for that opportunity. And then that got me to thinking again. And, being a member of a very prestigious secret club, that's awesome. Being invited to partake in being one of the top 200 close-up magicians in the world, that was amazing. That was a really great feeling. Entering contests and trying to win trophies had its time and place, I suppose, in the early development. At least it got me in front of a different audience. And standing ovations, people clapping for what you have presented for them, showing their appreciation by putting their hands together. And if they really have appreciated it, getting to their feet and giving you that kind of ovation. That's very meaningful and very deep as well, because you are getting an immediate response to something that you have put forward, that perhaps you built out of your heart, out of your brain, out of your talent, and you put it on a stage, and it touched people to a point where they felt they had to leap to their feet and clap. But I want to tell you that deeper than that, deeper than all of those things, way beyond awards, way beyond trophies, even beyond the emotional response of a standing ovation, I have found nothing more satisfying, more gratifying, nothing more galvanizing than having a complete stranger sobbing on your shoulder and hugging you tight because you have given them a gift of love and kindness and art and beauty. I am still reeling, and it's 4 or 5 days since that show happened, and I am still reeling by that emotional output. And man, I'm grateful for it. And it's been, 30 years now, 31 years now, since I started this. And, if we want to be honest with ourselves, it's been 52 years since I really started, since I first got up on a stage and asked people to pay attention to what I was doing, literally since I was, 6 years old. And the whole journey led to that moment. And there'll be more moments like that. There'll be more performances. There'll be more opportunities for me to tell a story and to bond in a very, very real way with the people that are in front of me. And there's no trophy in the world worth that. I wouldn't trade it for any of the grand trophies or any of the lofty memberships. And I'm not putting down those lofty memberships. They mean the world to so many people, and it is a literal second home to some. I'm grateful that my journey has taken me even beyond that. What is it said? When you get to the top of the mountain, the only thing left is the lightning. Well, I'm making the lightning, and I'm gathering it, and I'm putting it forward. I was saying at the beginning, I could monetize all of this. I know how to make it commercially viable, and but there's a handful of you out there that listen to me, literally a handful. I mean, the podcast itself gets somewhere in the vicinity of 40 people that listen to it, and that's beautiful. And a couple of hundred on the YouTube things. And, of course I have that, boy, I wish there were more. I wish there were more people. I wish there was there are times when, like, it would be nice to have a passive income like that, to where I could, also doing something that I love, talking, telling stories and performing, and money coming back from that. And there's a little bit, and it's enough. It really is enough, because I also get the messages and the emails and the phone calls, even sometimes, that say, I needed to hear what you had to say today. I needed that, and you've helped me keep doing what I'm doing, and I'm grateful for you. Better than the money, better than the accolades, better than the clicks and views and the likes and the subscribers. I'm glad, really, really glad, and really, really grateful that what I have to say has meaning in some of your lives. What else could a person ask for? This spirit that I have riding around in this body that I have been given, and the gifts that surround me, and the love that keeps me moving forward, and the ability to give it out. I guess all I'm really trying to say, and I've said it already several times, is just how grateful I really, really am. My special lady friend, companion, traveling companion, partner in crime, Sarah, got an invitation after she applied about a year or so ago, just on a whim, but something she's always wanted to do. But she got an invitation to join the flight attendant training for United Airlines. And she's there now. She's there for a 6 weeks training period, and happened like really fast. And she's off doing that. And she's really, really tied up in classes and everything else. We communicate a couple of times a week, and things seem to be going really, really well. And I'm extremely happy for her and proud for her that she is getting the opportunity to chase this dream that she's had for a little while. But selfishly, and this is something that she and I have talked about, and part of her gratitude, and some things she's glad for too. But selfishly, when she becomes a full-fledged flight attendant, your boy here will get to fly for free to anywhere he would like to go. And I have grandchildren in North Carolina that I don't get to see in person nearly often enough. And this may well open the door for that opportunity. And I hope that it allows me the opportunity to reconnect with my middle daughter and my son, who I haven't really talked to in a good, kind way in quite some time. It feels hopeful, being able to be nearby and asking, putting the open door in front of them and saying, you can say anything to me you'd like. If you want to yell at me for a while, if you're carrying anger, I'll welcome that, and I won't yell back. I'd like to talk to you because I love you dearly. I have reconnected with my oldest and with my youngest daughter. And I attribute a lot of that to time, and to the fact that they are raising their own families. And perhaps we have a bit of a better understanding of each other than we used to. And I'm overly grateful for that. And the two grandboys and the granddaughter are beautiful and growing and smart, and a gift. Another gift I didn't deserve. But man, I'm grateful I got it. So maybe I'll get to spend a little more time with them. And maybe I'll get to read books to them in person rather than online. Today's message is gratitude. Today's message is don't give up. Keep walking your path. Today's message is be proud of who you are. Accept who you are and accept the gifts that you are given, and hold them up in the light of the sun and say thank you. Thank you. And thank you for listening. And I hope there's love where you are.
I may not know exactly where this road is taking me, but I know that I'm exactly right where I'm supposed to be. The journey is long, full of joy and pain. But as long as you're smiling, I'll stand in the rain. I've got nothing left to give other than love. But the funny thing about that is, love is everything. I hope there is love where you are. I hope there is love where you are. I may be a liar full of tricks, but if you'd open up your eyes, you would see nothing but the truth behind all of my lies. I broke every rule, and I bore every boulder, and I carried the